Hi, I'm Alicia Rice de Escobar, and this is my husband.
My name is Fabian Escobar Cholico.
And we have gone through quite a long immigration process. We started out, we met here in the U.S. about 10 years ago, and at that point he was an undocumented immigrant. So we went through the whole process to try to legalize him, and at first we thought it was going to be much easier than it actually ended up being. So the entire process for us, which it depends on each person's case, but for us it ended up taking about 7.5 years from the time I put in the first paper until we were able to come back, and we just came back November 21st, 2013, so we've only been here for about 5 months. One of the misconceptions people have is that if an illegal immigrant or an immigrant in general marries an American citizen, they automatically become a citizen, and that's just not true. The process is quite difficult if you marry an illegal immigrant, and it's based on typically the American citizen's hardships. So we had to prove severe hardships. I had to prove that I couldn't live here in the U.S. without my husband for 10 years because they're automatically banned for 10 years, and I couldn't live in Mexico with him, that it would just be too difficult. And the severe hardships that they're looking for are normally quite big. So it took us a long time to prove severe hardships because I spoke Spanish, and so they said I could go to Mexico and speak Spanish, and I'm educated, so they said I could go to Mexico and get a job, or I could stay here and support myself without him. Of course, after we got denied the first time, I went down to Mexico with my husband because living 10 years apart as husband and wife isn't really a marriage. So for me it was really important just to keep the marriage together. That was my main goal, and it was difficult down there. It was really, really difficult down there. We went through a lot. He was a police officer. We were both, he was involved in shootouts and all kinds of crazy stories. I was present for 2 shootings and all other types of crazy stories. So we have lots of stories for our children. We're glad we're through it. We're glad we're back. We haven't had any trouble transitioning back, I would say, because just as soon as we got on the airplane, it was a big sigh of relief, and we felt safe, and we could relax now. Our lives have been put on hold for about 6 years, I would say, because he was down there a total of 6 years, and now we're trying to get back into things, and in fact I'm expecting our first child in August, and that was something that happened as soon as we landed in the U.S. We really weren't feeling like having a child in our situation in Mexico. So everything's just sort of, after being on hold for so long, everything's just starting to roll, and we're able to continue our lives here and see where things go.